Hey there. Okay, so this morning I did a class on emotions and weight, and I've had a segment in there to demystify chakras and totally forgot my notes and left them here at the office. So I'm going to do a quick video for that and post it in the group. So this is some stuff I found interesting. 3 books. I did it Scriptural Essence, The Pathway to Emotional Healing, and then Healing Oils of the Bible. And I'm going to condense a little bit about what I did, just do quick on this, and if I need to expand on it or y'all have questions, let me know. So Janet McBride talks about the center of the menorah was actually the heart. The ancient menorah had 7 lamps. The center shaft, or the heart, which coincides with the centermost part of the 7 chakras of the spine. There are 3 chakras on either side of the heart, similar to the temple menorah. And in Exodus 25, 31, and 32, it says the menorah shall be of one piece, and so too its shaft, the heart, and the 3 branches on one side and the 3 branches on the other side. So the chakras in the temple, the word chakra is a Sanskrit word from an ancient sacred language meaning a wheel. After God confused the language of the earth at the building of the Tower of the Babel, that's Genesis chapter 11, a new language still retained remnants of the original earth language, original unified earth language, And so this day you can still find similarities in all the Semitic and ancient languages. These include Greek, Hebrew, and original language of the Bible. And it kind of goes on to that about the ancient symbol for the heart chakra, the center shaft of the body's menorah, is depicted in the Babylonian Hebrew letter D. Not only that, but this Hebrew letter D is encased in a Star of David. And so it kind of goes on to talk about, so the center heart is the 4th chakra, which you can see that green one here in the middle of my picture. So there's a bunch of good information in that. But her opening, what she talks about is how everything that is in New Age and twisted and counterfeit comes from temple traditions and ancient writings. And Satan is the author of counterfeit. He takes God's things that are meant for good and healing and twists them to push people away. I cannot tell you personally how many times I have ignored stuff because just it had this in there. And David Stewart, when I sat under him for Healing Oils of the Bible, which is this book right here, he said teach from a biblical perspective, because that may be the door that opens to get somebody into Scripture and to hearing about Jesus. And I've always remembered that, but I didn't apply that when it came to this. So Demystifying Chakras is a section that was in the Pathways book that I was getting some of my emotional stuff from. So I'm going to go over how the chakras function. Our 7 chakras serve the purpose of receiving, processing, and dismantling information in the form of energy, which energy is emotions moving through the body, between our spiritual and physical bodies. The heart chakra is at the center of the 3 chakras above the throat, third eye, and crown. Remember, I was talking about the 3 on either side of the menorah. And the 3 below, solar plexus, sacral, and root. The upper 3 chakras affect the mind, spirit, and our connection to God, while the lower 3 chakras govern our emotions and physical body and keep us grounded to earth. So the root chakra, each chakra serves a special function of the body. So this is the brief summary. Root is the base of the spine. It governs safety, emotionally, safety, security, physical grounding, physical identity, and self-preservation. So if they're like some of the ones I talked about today, the root, you can probably correlate that with the emotion and the oil that I was looking at. And all your conifer oils are grounding oils, as is RC, which have grounding oils in them, and Raven. Balanced, the root is balanced, confidence, grounded, secure. And then when it's imbalanced, excessive, often unrealistic. So the emotions when you're out of balance, excessive, often unrealistic, fear, paranoia, inability to trust, and controlling. So the sacral, is between the navel and the pubic bone. So that is the second one, the orange one on this picture. It governs creativity, sexuality, and relationships. The body systems involved there are the lymphatic, immune, and adrenal. So when it's balanced, it's creative, reasonable, open in relationships, comfortable with your own sexuality. I'm not going to comment on that. Out of balance, low energy, lack of sex drive, or discomfort with sex, feeling stuck, or codependency. So the next one is solar plexus. That's the yellow one pictured there. That's your upper abdomen. It governs intellect, beliefs and opinions, judgment, decision making, and discipline. I should have done a spine chart on this before I made it. Sorry. My hair is falling down. Body systems, digestive, and pancreas. So when balanced, rational decision making, proper self-awareness, and assertiveness. Now think about chiropractic care, having your spine in alignment. A lot of your nerve endings, so the spine is the motherboard of the body, so you've got nerve endings for everything in the body up and down the spine. That's why when I made this connection with, just how our body, the energy travels, because you have a current that runs from your spine to every part of your body. So imbalanced. Did I do balanced? I think I did. Imbalance. Excuse me. Meek, afraid to speak one's mind, unsure, lack of direction, manipulative, irresponsible, and indecisive. Okay? So now the green one, which is the heart. Remember the center of the menorah. The location is center of the chest. So it governs the connection between upper and lower 3 chakras. Self-love, ability to express love, and compassion. The body systems it's connected to: circulatory, respiratory, and your thymus gland. So when balanced, you're compassionate, empathetic, forgiving, ability to give and receive receive love freely. When out of balance, difficulty in relationships, closed off, jealous, and codependency. So sometimes when you start working on these emotions, you will have emotional release. We talked about that a little bit this morning. So the next one, the throat chakra, which is the blue one there, it governs the neck and throat area, or the location is neck and throat area. It governs communication and expression. The body system, thyroid, which that's like a major thing for your immune system and temperature regulation and all kinds of things. Controls the temperature of the body when I say temperature regulation, or helps. So balanced, clear communication and confidence. When imbalanced, fear of speaking, inability to express oneself, shyness, lack of control over speech, gossiping, and lying. That's interesting. So third eye is going to be like right here. Location of the center of the forehead governs intuition, imagination, wisdom, creativity. That also is, I think of this area because I'll apply cedarwood here at night to help quiet my brain and help my own natural melatonin production and help me rest well. So it governs, I think I already said, imagination, intuition, imagination, wisdom, creativity. So body systems, pituitary gland. So when balanced, intuitive, spiritual, inner perception, ability to see the big picture. When out of balance or imbalanced, feeling stuck, lack of clarity, rejection of spirituality, and fear. On that note, this is my conspiracy tinfoil hat. There's a video circulating around, I think from 2001, where the pituitary, calcification of the pituitary gland through medicine, fluoride, things like that, makes people less emotional. And there was even a video, I think, done by Bill Gates and some other people about how some of the things, I know fluoride was one thing, but some of the things that were put in vaccines also were calcifying the pituitary and the pineal gland. So something to consider. Again, in the morning, cedarwood, first, like to the roof of the mouth in the morning, or right ear, right thumb, right toe, to help oxygenate the brain and help focus, and also help break negative thought patterns. So crown, which is the top of the head, this is where I apply frankincense most often, if I'm or clarity or rosemary. Occasionally I'll do cedarwood or sandalwood there. We usually do that in the morning because it tends to make me more productive, and if I do it at night, it will sometimes keep me awake. So like I said, top of the head, it governs awareness, of higher consciousness, so God, spirituality, connection with God, and your own identity. Body systems, endocrine and nervous system. Balanced when in balance, peace, unity, confident in relationship with God. And when out of balance, disconnection with God, shame, loss of identity, lack of inspiration, exhaustion, closed-mindedness, especially about spiritual matters. So she says, like, when you read through these descriptions, notice some of the overlapping observed, and all the chakras work somewhat in coordination. Again, that spinal column is the motherboard of the body. So that makes sense to me when I think about it from the physical and the relation with the nerves and the pathways in the body. Because some chakras affect physical, emotional, and spiritual, it helps explain why our emotions can cause physical illness and disruptions. So that is just kind of a very quick overview of what I wanted to say in my class today that I didn't. So this is getting kind of long. I'm going to cut it off. Drop your comments below and let me know what you think. Y'all have a good day.